AI is no more a want, it's now a need. Those individuals, teams, and organizations that are not integrating what they do with AI gonna be left behind, even being extinct. Today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about how to integrate AI in what you do so that you could be able to be strategically positioned and very, very competitive in your industry. There are three things I want to talk about in terms of integrating AI in what you do. The first one is about the input side. The second one, the output side. And the third part is the environment, the culture. Let's talk about first the input side. The principle of garbage in, garbage out works in AI. If you don't deliver quality inputs and prompts, what happens? The results that you get will be not that quality, not that good. Which means the more we train ourselves, the more we are skilled in terms of the input, then we can get quality outputs. Here is the thing. When it comes to providing quality inputs and prompts, we have to have some skills. I can give you a good example, which is personal. I have been writing for over a decade. I wrote 6 books. I write blogs almost on a weekly basis. When I interact with AI, I don't just ask AI to write me a blog on this or that. No. I first draft my blog. I have certification in copywriting, and I try to come up with a title and subtitle that attracts people to read, and then decide what my hook should be, and then I talk about whatever I want to talk about, let's say 3 things like I'm doing today, and then I come up with a conclusion and call to actions. Once I have a draft, I give it to AI. I use ChatGPT paid version. I tell ChatGPT, I want to talk about this. I have a draft. My audience are this and this. I want this article to sound like this. And then I submit that. I get a result. In most cases, the final result may not satisfy me. Since I have writing skill, I could be able to tell whether this article, this blog, gonna connect with my audience. And therefore, what I do is I critique that article, that blog, and submit it to another AI model. I get a better result. If I don't get a better result, what I do? I go to another model. The point I'm making is I make sure that AI gets quality inputs from me. Here is the thing. Do you have some basic skills? Of course, in the future, copywriters may not have a job. AI gonna take it. But we as leaders and entrepreneurs and professionals, we should have at least basic writing skills, copywriting skills, so that we can provide AI quality inputs. The second front that we need to integrate with AI is the output part. How do we deliver the output? Let's say that I worked with AI and I have PowerPoint slides. If I don't have the skill set to present that PowerPoint, what happens? I won't succeed. I cannot have the impact that I'm looking for, even if I have killer PowerPoint slides. The third area we should cover is the culture part. Right now, AI is helping us in terms of machine learning and also generative AI, helping us generate contents. In the future, we may have robots, but at this point, what we have is digital AI. Here is the sticky point. If our people were working with AI, start to think like AI, and forget about human nature, if they don't have the ability to listen, if they don't have cultural and emotional intelligence, what happens? They may not be able to connect with their own team members and also with our clients and other stakeholders. Let me give you a good example. Let's say that someone is an investment advisor, financial advisor. AI may help this person to come up with a great estate plan or retirement plan or trust. Great. But this financial advisor should have the trust of the client for them to take that plan and take it seriously and invest in it thousands, maybe millions of dollars. That requires listening. That requires to connect with them at a deeper level emotionally and understand them and get along with them. Overall, and in conclusion, there are three areas that we need to integrate ourselves, our people, and AI for us to take AI as our competitive advantage, for us to go ahead of the curve, for us not to be left behind. And I already mentioned about the first one, which is the input side. Even if AI is going to help us coming up with some products, we need to have quality inputs and prompts. The second one that I covered was the output part. Once we have the output, what do? We need to have some skill sets for us to deliver that output and get what we want. And the third one is the environment, the culture that we build. We should make sure that the culture is human-centric. Even when we have robots working with humans, we have to make sure that the culture is human-centric. We need to build our people to develop emotional and cultural intelligence so that they get along with themselves and there is no burnout, good relationships, bond, and therefore we could be able to sustain our success and performance. I hope this helped you. Before I close, I want to ask you a question. How is your integration is going on? Which part, which front? The input part, the output part, or the environment part that you are struggling? I would love to hear your comment in the chat. I would love to know what's working for you as you integrate your people with AI. All right, I'm going to turn the camera. I'm going to show you this beautiful beach before I close. All right. Beautiful. I love this wave.